So I'm here with Thanglal Hoykip. He's one of our international partners. Thanglal, you and I have been talking about an initiative that has a direct impact on your family. You've moved 12 times since you've been married. You've got 3 children. Why is this so important?
Uncle Matt, it's important to have the house because our landlords for the last 12 times kept, kicking us because they don't like the work that we are doing. And sometimes they'll complain because we are too many people gathering, because the first church that we have started in the house, in my own house, the place that where we meet. And also now at the present house that where we are living, it's not safe for kids and for health because there are scorpions in the walls and then snakes, and then we have to always constantly careful about the kids. We cannot go far because of the conditions. It's very hot, about 47 degrees Celsius, about 120 Fahrenheit. And then it's a kind of like a hot pot being inside, and fan doesn't help. It's a very, very a kind of old house. So it will be very, very good for us to have our own house, safe, and kids should have their own house. And also me and my wife, we are excited that we'll have our own bedroom.
I think we take for granted here in the States the amount of stability that we experience in most situations. You and I have been talking about what it could look like for Watershed to partner with you to build your first home after all these years, to free you up.
And by seeing this, some of our church members loan us, and also with whatever we have, we put it together and we start constructing the house. I'm coming to finish with the project, and also with a little bit of a kind of accessories and appliances inside the house, and also the finishing out of a kind of at least a gate where we can close at night for safety. And it'll come up about $15,000 US. But with the 2,000 savings that we begin in the foundation with buying the land in Angam's saving, it will become altogether about $17,000 US.
Well, Watershed is making a commitment to you that we're going to cover all of it. This just makes all the sense in the world. If we're going to partner with someone that's doing work that's so important as you, we need to think about what it means to come alongside of you and help create the ecosystem that allows you to live unobstructed in the work that you're doing. I love you so much, bud. I know we're going to be talking more, but thank you for hanging out with me this morning.
Thank you very much, Uncle Matt. Thank you very much.
So if you were here last Sunday, I kind of teased out that there was this initiative that I would be announcing today, and this is what I was trying to not reveal in its fullness. If you're brand new with us at Watershed, if you've only been around for a couple of years, Thanglal and his family have been a part of Watershed in terms of a partnership since year 2. And there's a long relationship that we have, not just with him as a church, but with my family and the Hofords, who experienced India for about 8 months. And Thanglal was a real important part of that part of our life. And I guess it was about 2 years ago, a little over 2 years ago, that we started talking about this initiative. And within a few weeks, the whole world shut down. And so it just wasn't feasible, not just for us, but for him to try to figure this out. And then we thought about doing it at Christmas. And Thanglal, he said, look, let's push that off. There are people who need oxygen in my home village. And so about 3 months ago, he said, hey, can we start talking about this? And I said, look, we're going to figure this out. We just got to figure out how to talk about it with our community. And so he's going to be here in some way, shape, or size virtually in the next series when we talk about our partnerships. We're taking 4 weeks, consecutive weeks, to say, Watershed, this is who we feel like is doing incredible work in the world, locally, throughout our city, our state, our nation, our world. And he's going to be one of those folks that we get to know a little bit more. So I'm really excited about that. But we felt like, man, if we can introduce this at the beginning of June, and what would it look like for us to at least put a huge dent in, if not fully complete this project by the time he's here that first weekend in July. And so if you're interested in being a part of this project, if you have more questions, feel free to email me, matt@watershed.charlotte.com. But if you go to the QR code, you can begin donating today. And this is the sort of work that we get excited about doing when it comes to resourcing and partnering with other people who are doing spectacular work. The bulk of his work is he has a Christian spiritual community just over the border of Bangladesh in, I think it's Eastern India. And so all of these undocumented Muslim folks who are spilling into India, who are not recognized by India at any level, who have no resources, no support system, his church is trying to come around them to some extent to say, we're standing in solidarity with you in a world and in a nation that will not even recognize your existence. And so this is an opportunity we hope you'll be a part of.